Now, we know that you have been following the story of brain cancer patient Gary Ralph and his wife Wendy, who've been begging the Queensland Government for an exemption so they can quarantine at home after his surgery in Sydney. Gary's cancer is aggressive and incurable. His surgery was to buy time, and without it, he was told he had about 3 weeks. He wants to go home, but currently he's stuck in a Brisbane hotel, supposedly to keep Queenslanders safe. We now understand that the Prime Minister has intervened, that he's made representations on behalf of Gary and Wendy to the Queensland Health Minister, but we also don't think he can probably do very much because he's tried that before. It's their decision to make. It's the Premier's decision to make. Here is what the Premier, Anastasia Palaszczuk, said today.
If he and his wife are more comfortable in a hospital, health should organise that. I want him to have the best care. The best care. I think with the circumstances of everything he's gone through, they would have to talk to health, but I think the most appropriate here would be to go to a hospital.
Premier, they don't need to be in a hospital. If they did, they certainly would not have been discharged from excellent hospital care in Sydney. They need to be at home. We have invited you on the program practically every day for months now to talk about your border policy. We have asked you to talk to us this week about Gary and Wendy, but you are ducking our questions. This is what I would ask you. Premier, how on earth would allowing Gary and Wendy to quarantine at home pose any threat to Queenslanders' safety? Bearing in mind, if you simply test positive to COVID in Queensland, you're allowed to isolate at home, aren't you, Premier? But they haven't tested positive, so why can't they have this exemption? Do you think they're going to throw sneaky parties or go to the pub? Do you think they're going to be super spreaders? Are you kidding? Gary has brain cancer. He can't talk. He can only eat soft foods. He's at risk of seizures. He has vision and balance issues, and he's tired. His wife wants to cook for him and tuck him up in their bed at home and help him recover from surgery. The last thing she wants is to expose him to the virus, so she's not going to sneak out anywhere either. A month ago, they were two happy retirees. Now they are struggling with the devastating new shape of their lives, and they want to make the most of their time. Can you imagine what they are going through, Premier? Or are you too focused on the opinion polls? Do you really believe Queenslanders want you to treat other Queenslanders like this? Is this the best you can do? I can't ask the Premier these questions because she won't agree to an interview. Once again, I am so sorry, Gary and Wendy, on behalf of the thousands of compassionate Australians who hate what's happening to you.